Lily is upset. She's a young teen in her freshman year, and she was invited by her friend Kayla to a senior party. Kayla, who's 17, is throwing a small party, a graduation party, and she invited her very close friend Lily. But Lily's mother Martha told her she couldn't go. She's worried about her being around older guys who have only one thing in their mind, including being in a party that may have alcohol and drugs. So as a reasonable, caring mother, she told her young daughter to stay home. But Lily is 15. She's a young, independent girl that can make her own choices, is what she thinks to herself before getting ready to go to the party. At 10:21 p.m., Lily managed to sneak out her bedroom's window, which is around 3 to 4 feet from the ground because her house consists of the first floor and the basement. 10:38 p.m., Lily's mother, Martha, feels bad about not letting Lily go to her friend's party. She remembers when she was 15, she was way more irresponsible than her daughter, Lily. Lily is a grade A student and an obedient daughter. She would listen to her mother even when she didn't want to. She thinks to herself, the least she can do is drive her daughter to the party and wait outside in her car for a few hours until she's ready to go home. She's sure that everything is going to be okay. She goes to Lily's bedroom to tell her daughter that she can take her to the party, only to find out that Lily's gone. At 10:43, Martha jumps in her car to go find her daughter Lily. She drives to Kyla's house, which was only a few houses away from her home. When she reaches Kyla's house, she's surprised about the very few cars parked in front of her home. She starts to wonder if her daughter Lily was lying about the party. Martha then goes and knocks on Kyla's door. Kyla then answers the door, and she's shocked and confused to see Lily's mom. Kyla then says, "Hey, Miss Parley," with a confused expression in her face. Martha then asks Kyla, "Are you having a party tonight?" Kyla then says, "Oh no, just a small get-together with the girls." Martha then sighs with relief. "Okay, just tell Lily I'll be waiting for her outside in the car, whenever she's ready." "Oh, okay. Where is she?" Kyla says while poking her head outside the door. Martha is immediately filled with dread. "Isn't she here with you?" Martha asked, with worry in her voice. No, I thought you brought her here," Kyla says. 10:26 p.m. Lily is walking towards her friend's home. "It's only a few houses away. I walk there all the time," Lily says to herself, while walking in the middle of the road at night, in an almost always quiet neighborhood, no matter what time of day it is. Lily suddenly stops. She's shocked to see that she's in front of her home. How can that be, after walking for several minutes on a straight road from her house to her friend's, that she end up in front of her house? Lily is totally confused. She doesn't know what just happened. After a few moments of questioning what just happened to her, she decides to try again. She continues to walk towards her friend's house. Martha and Kyla are so worried about Lily. Martha is terrified for her daughter. They both decide to go search for her. Kyla even asks her friends to come and help search for Lily. After a few hours of searching, Martha finally decides to call the cops and report her daughter missing. Lily stops once again in her tracks to find herself once again in front of her house. This time she's absolutely terrified. She doesn't know what's going on. She's so confused. At 10:43, Lily sees her mother driving away towards Kyla's house. Lily begins to call out to her mother, "Mom, Mom!" But Martha continues to drive away. Lily starts to run after her mother, following her car towards Kyla's house. She thinks to herself, if I keep my eye on the car, I should reach Kyla's house. She runs and runs for several minutes until her mother's car mysteriously vanishes in front of her eyes. Lily stops in shock and catches her breath, and then turns to see that she's back in front of her house. And now, a terrified and exhausted Lily, she finally decides to just go home. She walks to the front door to use her key, but the door wouldn't open. She then decides to enter the way she left, through her bedroom window. She managed to climb up the window and fall through to the other side onto the grassy ground that's still wet from that morning. Lily lays there for a moment, looking at the grass, trying to adjust her eyes because she thinks there's something wrong with her sight. She feels her clothes and skin are wet, and she feels the grass between her fingers. Lily lays there and cries for help. She cries as if she was in intense pain. No one is around to hear her cry. After what it feels like hours of torture, Lily then sits up to see red and blue lights and the sound of siren. The two men that held her down run into the front of the van. Lily just sits there and stares at a cop car that she sees from the back of the van's window. The two men try to start the van. "Hurry, come on!" the man in the passenger seat says. "What do you think I'm trying to do here?" the driver yells, while failing to start the van. "Freak it," one of the men said, while pulling out a pistol. Two officers slowly approached the van. The two armed men exited the van with their pistols in hand. The man from the passenger seat shoots at the officer, wounding his arm. The two officers immediately respond, killing both men. After making sure that the two armed men are no longer a threat, the officers then go to the back of the van and open the doors. And they find Lily sitting in a fetal position, abused and barely clothed, repeating to herself, "There's only a few houses away." 10:21 p.m. Lily sneaks out to go to her friend's party. Two men in a van, parked across her house, spotted Lily and attempt to abduct her. After walking several hundred feet away from her home, Lily notices the van following her. She begins to run towards her friend's house, and the van starts driving faster. We're getting close to her, but she continues to run and repeats to herself, "There's only a few houses away."